Hi, so for my descriptive media project, I chose to focus on a topic that I thought was relevant in today's society, and that topic was video game violence and the effect that it has or doesn't have on our children. This is a hot topic now because there are so many video games with graphic violence, foul language, and other behaviors that children or that parents frown upon and don't want their children seeing. Some background information that I thought was important to understand are that 97% of US kids ages 12 through 17 report playing video games, and records show that they contribute billions of dollars to the industry. And also that more than half of the 50 top selling games are considered the violent video games and contain these things. Second, the two arguments, the two sides. One side says that these video games containing violence can be blamed for school shooting, increases in bullying, violence towards women, and they desensitize our children to these things and make them think it's an acceptable behavior because they are rewarded for it in the game, and it does change their behavior, while the other side claims that there's no causal relationship that has been found between video games and violence, and also that these games can provide uh, a safe outlet for aggressive and angry feelings, and they actually may reduce crime. And after learning more about this topic, I thought it would be a good idea to look into it myself and see what my peers and what other people thought about it. So the three forums I used were Facebook, Reddit, and YouTube. The reasons that I chose these websites were because they're all very popular in today's society and they have such a big audience that someone was bound to respond to my post, or at least that's what I thought would happen. And I also like to choose these because they're three very different things, and I thought I would get some different types of responses, as well as I could use the different types of media to change the way I phrased it a little bit. For example, YouTube allowed me to watch a video and respond to the video and see what other people thought about the video itself. So here you can see the first one that I posted, which was on my Facebook. And I created this post for my classmates to see and give their opinion on my topic. So as you can see, I just kind of gave them some of the background information that I just gave earlier, and kind of asked them some questions and asked what their overall thoughts were on the topic. Overall, my responses for this post, as you can see, they did agree that violent video games do have an effect on children when it comes to desensitizing them, but they also didn't agree completely with the fact that it would make them physically act out or cause anything without an underlying third party like mental health lifestyle issue. I think my post created a good outlet for deliberation, and their responses were thought through and they really considered what I was asking, which was also really good. The next post I posted was on YouTube, and I picked a YouTube video that had a good representation of both sides, and it gave me enough information for to make a quality response and see what other people thought about the video as well. And this was my response to the video, as you can see on the screen. But unfortunately, there were no responses to my YouTube post, and I have a few theories as to why not. First off, time. I saw that some people were taking a week to respond to the other people, and I just posted it 2 days ago. It also was posted 4 months ago, so maybe it's not as hot as a topic right now. But also some of the other responses on there were kind of from like angsty teens. They were short, like "this is stupid" kind of responses, and I think maybe that kind of had an effect on who was looking at what the posts were. If I had have gotten a response, I think that it would have been a good, thoughtful response because I posted mine that way and I kind of asked some questions, and I think it would have given them a chance to really think about to express their opinions and think about what I was asking. So lastly, I posted on Reddit, Reddit is a very popular. I chose it because it's very popular in college news and jokes. Everyone's on it. There's millions of viewers a day. On Reddit, I posted in the gaming category, which has 18.5 million subscribers, in hopes that someone would respond to me. But unfortunately, I was wrong. I posted a simple question. Do you think video games cause children to become more violent? I gave them more background information. And in that post, I asked them why not, how. Um, as I didn't get a response, I again think the problem was time. It wasn't enough time. And also, probably the fact that I wasn't really sure how to work the website, or if I posted in the right place, um, or if I made it worth it. And I wasn't quite sure how to use it, which leads me to my next point, which is what I've learned from this experience. In the future, I would suggest planning and giving time for responses, as well as thinking thoroughly about where you're going to put the responses, what site, and where they're going to get the best response to the topic. For example, I wouldn't want to post something about politics on Instagram because not many people are looking to find politics on Instagram. Rather, like if you put it on Facebook, it's a little more understanding because people kind of expect to see that there, and they'll be more likely to respond. It's important to understand that the site, after my Reddit experience, I realized it's important to understand that the site that you're using. So I would highly suggest picking a website you're familiar with, or you might end up like me, not knowing if you posted it in the right place, or if people can actually see it, or if I've done something wrong. Um, and when engaging in digital communication, this is my last point, I encourage you to keep an open mind, and avoid complaining and offending people, but rather encourage a conversation by respectfully answering and being mindful of other people's opinions and how they may differ from yours. It's more likely to get a thoughtful response back from other people if you are willing to give a thoughtful response to them. And as we learned in Module 5, there are those 7, you don't want to complain, and all of those other things. And for this project, I've learned that it's easiest to achieve deliberation at best when you're not throwing your own opinions in other people's faces, but rather you're asking them what they think. In conclusion, it helped me realize that I need to plan time accordingly, carefully think about where I need to post, and which social medium is best for a meaningful discussion. Down. Oh, and these are my citations, and that's all. Thank you.